Before Season 2 drops, here's a quick refresher on everything that went down in Wednesday Season 1. Who was the monster, and what was the prophecy? Let's break it all down. Wednesday, Adam starts her day at Nancy Reagan High School, where she finds her brother Pugsley tied up in her locker, an apple stuffed in his mouth by bullies. She gets a vision of their cruel prank and takes revenge by dumping piranhas in the school pool, watching the chaos unfold with a smirk. Because of this, her parents, Morticia and Gomez, ship her off to Nevermore Academy, a school for outcasts where they first met. At Nevermore, Principal Larissa, Morticia's old roommate, welcomes them and admits Wednesday midterm, impressed by her grades and family legacy. Morticia mentions Wednesday's court-mandated therapy, and Larissa assigns her to Ophelia Hall with bubbly roommate Enid Sinclair. Wednesday's parents leave her with gifts, an obsidian pendant from Morticia, and a creepy hand called Thing from Gomez to keep tabs on her. Meanwhile, in the woods near Nevermore, a sheriff and deputy find human remains, the third attack in a week. Back at school, Wednesday clashes with the resident queen bee, befriends Rowan, and nearly gets crushed by a falling gargoyle, saved by Xavier, a guy she once helped as a kid. She enlists Thing to help her escape, sneaking out during a therapy session to a cafe where she meets Tyler, the sheriff's son. After fending off some local punks, she learns from the sheriff her dad might be a murderer. At the Harvest Festival, Tyler helps her dodge the punks again, but a vision of Rowan in danger leads to him attacking her over a prophecy. A mysterious creature saves her by killing Rowan. The sheriff and his team are scouring the woods for Rowan's body after Wednesday's wild claim about a monster attack. They find nothing, and the sheriff thinks a Nevermore student's involved, but Principal Larissa insists Rowan just ran away. Then boom, Rowan walks in, alive, shocking everyone, especially Wednesday. In therapy, her shrink questions why she lied about the murder, but Wednesday's adamant she saw Rowan get killed by a creature. No one buys it. Tyler, the sheriff's son, believes her story, though, before he dips out after getting a text. Back at Nevermore, Wednesday tells Enid she's staying to figure out Rowan's deal and asks about him. The principal expels Rowan for undisclosed reasons, warns Wednesday about her psychic visions, and tells her to pick an extracurricular by day's end. Wednesday sends Thing to tail Rowan, who's headed to the station. There, Rowan morphs into an old man, then Principal Larissa, but Thing loses him. Wednesday's pissed. In class, she and Bianca, the queen bee, clash over carnivorous plants. Wednesday enlists Enid as a lookout to revisit the woods, where Tyler helps her search for proof of Rowan's death. She finds Rowan's glasses, triggering a vision revealing he tried to kill her with a gargoyle and owns a book tied to the disbanded Nightshade Society. Miss Thornhill, a teacher, praises Wednesday's smarts and offers support, bonding over being outsiders. Wednesday sneaks into Xavier's room for the book, finds a Nightshade's mask, and overhears Xavier and Bianca. Xavier worried Rowan planned to hurt Wednesday, and Bianca's scheming to sabotage Enid's Poke-Up team. Wednesday joins Enid's team to take Bianca down. During the no rules race, Wednesday has a vision of herself as the key. Using Bianca's dirty tricks against her, they win. Later, Wednesday finds the Nightshade's book in a secret library, but gets caught before escaping. Wednesday's caught in the Nightshade's secret library, hands tied, surrounded by cloaked figures. Xavier's there, curious how she found their hideout. She says Rowan tipped her off. The Nightshades debate what to do with her. Xavier wants her to join, but Bianca's against it. Wednesday, unimpressed, frees herself, calls them amateur kidnappers, and walks out. Next morning, Principal Larissa announces mandatory volunteer work, a community lunch, and a statue dedication for Jericho's founder, Joseph Crackstone. Wednesday's assigned to Uriah's Heap, an antique store, and roped into playing cello for the ceremony. In town, she tells Xavier she's sure Rowan's dead. Meanwhile, the sheriff links the woods attacks to Nevermore, but the mayor, protecting the town's cash cow, insists it's a bear. Wednesday swaps jobs with Enid to snoop at Pilgrim World, saving Eugene from bullies harassing him. She breaks into Crackstone's old meeting house, spotting a portrait of a girl from her vision holding a familiar book, but it's not there. At the cafe, Wednesday asks Tyler about the real meeting house's location. Xavier, volunteering there, warns her off Tyler, but she brushes him off. Tyler offers to take her to the house in the woods, but she goes alone with Thing. At the house, Wednesday triggers a vision of Goody, a girl accused of witchcraft by Crackstone. He burns her outcast community in a house, but Goody's mom urges her to escape and seek revenge. Goody flees, chased by Crackstone. Back in reality, Wednesday spots the monster, which shifts into a human, but rain washes away its tracks. Xavier shows up, claiming he followed her to ensure her safety after overhearing her talk with Tyler. She's suspicious of his timing. At the statue dedication, Wednesday and Thing set the Crackstone statue ablaze during her cello performance, causing chaos. Wednesday challenges Larissa's cover-up of the town's dark history, saying the townsfolk will always hate Nevermore. That night, the monster attacks again, caught on a victim's camera. But before we continue, if you like this video, hit like and subscribe for more recaps and updates on your favorite shows. Wednesday, with Thing's help, sneaks into the county coroner's office to check out the latest monster victim's body. She's digging for clues when the coroner and sheriff show up, forcing her to hide in a mortuary cabinet. She overhears them say the killer's keeping trophies from victims. Back at Nevermore, Wednesday shows Enid gruesome crime scene photos and Enid faints. In class, Wednesday eyes scratches on Xavier's neck. He claims it's from fencing, but she's not buying it. She spies on him, finding his secret art studio filled with monster drawings. She swipes one, but Xavier catches her. She covers by asking him to the Raven dance, and he thinks she's into him. In town, Wednesday pushes the sheriff to team up on the case. He's skeptical but agrees if she brings evidence. Enid, left alone, runs into Lucas, the mayor's son and a troublemaker who asks her to the dance to make an ex jealous. She agrees, hoping to make Ajax jealous too. Wednesday shuts down Tyler's attempt to be her date, saying she's too busy. Eugene spots a drawing of the monster's lair, so they check it out, finding a broken claw Wednesday bags as evidence. She sneaks back into Xavier's studio for his DNA, but he catches her again. He explains the drawings come from dreams and admits the scratches are from the monster. Wednesday hands the claw and DNA to the sheriff for testing. With Xavier mad, she recruits Eugene to stake out the monster's lair instead of dancing. But Thing secretly sends Tyler a letter, pretending to be Wednesday, asking him to the dance with a dress she liked. She ditches Eugene, who goes to the lair alone. At the Raven, Xavier's bummed and asks Bianca to use her siren powers to help him forget Wednesday. She's annoyed and bails. Tyler and Wednesday vibe, and she learns Tyler once bullied Xavier. Lucas, there to sabotage, sprays red paint with his buddies, ruining the dance. Amid the chaos, Wednesday has a vision of Eugene attacked by the monster. She races to the woods, but the monster's gone, and Eugene's barely alive. Wednesday is digging into her dad Gomez's past, accused of murder at Nevermore years ago. A flashback shows a young Larissa blaming Morticia as Gomez is arrested. It's parents' weekend at Nevermore, and the Addams family rolls in. At an assembly, Principal Larissa says Eugene's recovering from the monster attack, but Wednesday feels guilty since he's in a coma. Enid's dreading her judgmental mom, who's pushing her to wolf out. Xavier's dad skips the weekend, and Bianca's mom pressures her to leave school and scam people with her siren powers. Larissa meets Wednesday's parents, saying she's been trouble, and pushes for a family therapy session with Dr. Kinbot. Morticia resists, but Gomez agrees. In town, the sheriff, still convinced Gomez is a killer, clashes with Tyler, who wants family therapy too. The sheriff learns the coroner committed suicide, leaving a note admitting to faking a report on Garrett Gates' case, fueling his case against Gomez. In therapy, Wednesday demands answers about Garrett, but Morticia shuts it down. Wednesday visits Eugene, then learns the sheriff arrested Gomez based on the coroner's note. Gomez tells her Garrett, obsessed with Morticia, attacked him, leading to an accidental killing, but Wednesday spots his lies. She confronts the sheriff, arguing it's a setup to distract from her monster hunt. He says the Gates family's gone. Mother's suicide. Father drank himself dead. Sister drowned. Wednesday grills Morticia, who admits she stabbed Garrett to save Gomez. Suspecting poison, they dig up his grave, finding Nightshade traces. Wednesday's vision reveals Garrett's dad poisoned him to attack Nevermore students, but the vial broke, killing him. They're arrested for grave digging, but leverage the evidence to force the mayor to free Gomez, threatening to expose his cover-up. Morticia warns Wednesday about her visions, and Goody, a vengeful witch ancestor, saying only dead Addams can train her. Morticia gives Wednesday her old yearbook, revealing Larissa's a shapeshifter. Wednesday confronts her, confirming Larissa impersonated Rowan after his death. Larissa begs her not to tell the sheriff, warning it'll destroy Nevermore. As they argue, a fiery message, "Fire will rain," appears on the school lawn. Wednesday kicks things off with a ritual to summon Goody's spirit for psychic training, but Enid and an anonymous note interrupt, luring her to Crackstone's crypt at midnight. It's a surprise birthday party, orchestrated by Enid. There, Wednesday notices the fireplace's writing matches the "Fire will rain" message on Nevermore's lawn. A vision hits. Goody warns of Crackstone's return, urges her to find a place from the vision, and says as a Raven psychic, she'll walk a lonely path, unable to trust anyone. Next day, Wednesday's grumpy about the party and cold to Thing. Enid, behind the bash, gifts her a present. Principal Larissa asks the mayor to track the lawn vandals, but he suspects a Nevermore connection, which she shuts down. Xavier probes Wednesday about her vision, but she suspects he's the monster and clams up. Wednesday visits Eugene, still comatose, and brushes off Dr. Kinbot's attempt to connect. The mayor gets Garrett Gates' sister's death certificate, suspecting foul play. Wednesday shows Tyler a drawing from her vision. He identifies it as the Gates mansion. She tails the mayor, who's investigating the attacks, hiding in his car's trunk with Thing. A blue Cadillac hits him, and he's hospitalized. Wednesday links it to the Gates family, but the sheriff doubts her. Larissa locks down Nevermore, and Ms. Thornhill warns Wednesday about expulsion, giving her a Frankenstein book. Wednesday tricks Enid and Tyler into a birthday redo at the Gates mansion, where they find Laurel Gates' cleaned room and the monster's victim trophies in the basement. The monster chases them. Tyler's bruised, but alive. Xavier arrives to help. Back at the mansion, the trophies are gone, and the sheriff bans Wednesday from seeing Tyler. Enid, fed up, moves out, leaving Wednesday alone. She finds stalker photos in a music box from Laurel's room. Meanwhile, someone kills the mayor in the hospital, and Wednesday leaves a message for her stalker. At the mayor's funeral, Wednesday spots someone watching and chases them into the woods. It's her Uncle Fester, hiding from the law. She stashes him in Nevermore's bee house. Fester reveals the monster's a Hyde and points her to Faulkner's diary in the Nightshade's secret room, which catalogs outcasts. That night, Wednesday finds Xavier in the Nightshade's room. They clash. She suspects he's the Hyde, citing his timely appearances and monster drawings. He's hurt, insisting he's her friend, but she's unmoved. Fester shows her the diary, revealing Hydes are artists, their monster side triggered by trauma, chemicals, or hypnosis, controlled by a master. Wednesday realizes she's hunting two killers. Next day, she and Fester spy on Xavier meeting Dr. Kinbot in the woods, making her suspect Kinbot's the master. She almost tells Principal Larissa, but spots Kinbot there and clams up. At the cafe, Wednesday shows Tyler the diary. His sheriff dad, hunting Fester, ignores them. Tyler insists on a date at Crackstone's crypt despite the school lockdown. It's romantic, but police searching for Fester interrupt before a kiss. Back in her room, Wednesday finds Thing stabbed and the diary gone. She saves Thing with Fester's help and vows revenge. She tells Larissa and Ms. Thornhill about the break-in. Larissa's upset but secretive about the Hyde. Wednesday confronts Kinbot, who denies being the master, but the Hyde kills her mid-call with Larissa. Convinced it's Xavier, Wednesday plants evidence in his studio, leading to his arrest. Everyone thinks the case is closed. Enid and Wednesday reconcile, and Enid moves back in. They chat about Tyler, and Enid suggests visiting him at the cafe. There, Wednesday kisses Tyler, triggering a vision of him as the Hyde killing Kinbot. Terrified, she flees, leaving him confused. Wednesday confronts Tyler in the woods, accusing him of being the Hyde. He denies it, but Bianca and Siren sedate him. They chain him in Xavier's art studio for interrogation. Wednesday, believing Tyler inherited Hyde traits from his mom, tortures him lightly. The Sirens, uneasy, report her to Principal Larissa. The sheriff, listening to Dr. Kinbot's tapes about Tyler's trauma, rescues him but doesn't press charges, warning Wednesday to stop. Tyler privately confesses to the killings, taunting her about the thrill of his victim's fear and hinting at worse to come. Larissa expels Wednesday, refusing her plea for more time to prove Tyler's guilt. In jail, Xavier, heard over her kiss with Tyler, refuses to help, telling her to leave town. Wednesday says bittersweet goodbyes to Enid, Bianca, the Nightshades, and Eugene, who's awake. Ms. Thornhill gifts her white oleander as she leaves. Eugene reveals he saw red boots at the monster's lair, not Dr. Kinbot's. Wednesday recalls Thornhill's red boots and confronts her, with Larissa posing as Tyler. Thornhill, revealed as Laurel Gates, confesses and poisons Larissa, knocking Wednesday out. At Crackstone's crypt, Laurel plans to resurrect Crackstone using Tyler's victim trophies to destroy Nevermore, needing Wednesday's blood to unlock his sarcophagus on a blood moon night. Thing alerts Enid, who mobilizes the Nightshades. The sheriff, tipped off by Eugene's parents, heads to Nevermore but finds slashed tires. Crackstone awakens, stabs Wednesday, but Goody heals her using Morticia's talisman, vanishing forever. Enid, wolfing out, fights Hyde Tyler. The sheriff shoots Tyler, who reverts to human form. Wednesday battles Crackstone, stabbing his heart to defeat him. Laurel attacks with a gun, but Eugene's bees stop her, saving Nevermore. Wednesday finishes her novel and joins Enid in the principal's office to honor Larissa, respecting her sacrifice for Nevermore. She reconciles with Xavier, who gives her a phone and asks her to text, but she's non-committal about returning. On her way home, Wednesday gets creepy texts from an unknown stalker. The texts signal future danger, leaving a thrilling cliffhanger for season 2. But here's the real question. Was Tyler truly in control, or just another victim of Laurel's plan?